Alright, I've had my tea, and we are kicking up another episode of Dirdle Plays Final Fantasy XII. One wonders if that volume won't be a little overbalanced in favour of the game music. That should do. Right, we've got a lot to do today. Was there anything we needed to do here in the city before we leave? I don't think so. How is Bolthia 2 levels higher than those other two? It's a mystery we'll solve later. If I don't find those layabouts and get them back on the job soon, the boss will have our pom-poms. I went on searching up ahead, but no one was there, Cooper. Only scary monsters. I don't know if that's the one you need to speak to start the quest. I think you're meant to go to the gate first and speak to the Moogle boss. Trying to breathe a biscuit from. Terrible idea. Oh, I see. This guy's currently wearing a Katia hood. That's why no one else can equip it. I'm not really sure this was the right way to go about setting up my loadout, but... Once the gate's fixed, everyone will be able to go onto the Pond Coast. Why is there even a gate here? That is, if my 9 missing apprentices ever come back. I'm probably still loafing in the bungalow. Still 9 missing. Alright, here we go. Side quest is yes. Well, Sub-quest. Anyway, these guys are in a bunch of little houses back in... Well, alright, we got flashing exclamation marks to make it easy for us. This area, and this area. And we also want to head over here to fight Brave. So we're just going to go around in one giant circle. If anyone knows how to pronounce that Gallic horse name, please tell me. You see and hear me, that is absolutely amazing. Anyone would want to do that. You're a funny man, Mr. Hurst. You're a funny man. Do I have suggestions of what you should buy from the shop? What? The boss wants us? Uh-oh. What did you buy from the shop? Oh, look at these little guys. How do they know how many of them are still left on break? If they have like some kind of telepathic bond joining them together, surely they could use that to let the others know. Yeah? They wouldn't need me to go around running if they know... Anyway, things to buy from the shop, and you're considering tomatoes, bread, and beer. Well, if you're getting tomatoes to make, say, tomato soups and stews with, I find paprika is always a good flavour to go with them, so that's worth considering. Now, I know this is racist, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Like, it's taking 9 Moogles to do the work of 2 humans. Because they're fucking tiny. If there were sentient races like Moogles that were really small, would it be fair to pay them less? Because, I mean, they don't need to buy as much food, do they? And they won't need as large a house. So, I mean... Well, it is a bit MMO, if I'm honest. And this is probably the absolute nicest place in the game. The Salic Wood is probably my favourite dungeon slash overworld area slash... I guess, strictly speaking, the areas in this aren't so much dungeon and overworld as instance areas like Salic Wood, or around city areas where you only control Varn. But the music here is really gentle, the lighting is really nicely done. Like, look at that! Look at him running through the dappled sunlight and getting the different lighting effect. So back to the small races question, you need less of the essentials, the non-essential things don't really scale in your physical size. Once you hit a consumer economy, it would stop being as fair. Well, you're right, I guess. Well, I mean, like, take a blender or a toaster, for instance, as a luxury good. If a Moogle has a smaller bread loaf and smaller fruits to blend into a smoothie, do they really need as large? Although I suppose like a smaller blender would actually might be harder to make. But then, I guess if they have really small fingers, maybe that. Basically, what I'm saying is we should be glad that there's only one sentient race. It keeps things simple. Oh, the break's over. Yes. There's still 2 of us on break out there. Where could they be? They're literally over there. Just point with your hand. Yeah, I've got to say I'm liking this game a lot more now that I'm playing it on a large computer screen rather than a smaller TV screen at a larger distance. Moogle teleportation, go! Witness the power of Moogles! Did I try in a higher res? I can't seem to get it to work at an actual higher res without... It just doesn't change anything as far as I can tell. So now we can speak to literally all of them. Once we're done fixing the windmills on Surrey Step, we'll put one back at the tavern in Balfonheim. Plus, of course, I would certainly struggle to stream a higher res, so while I might benefit, you guys would just have to suck it up. I'll have to do some repair work in the Mosfron Highways. Repairing what? Better ask the Overseer. So this, I guess if they repair the shrines, then... Wish Surrey Step wasn't so far away. Well, we're going there, so... I don't know why it's such a struggle for you. Quasimodo boots. Pretty views, but the locals not so pretty. Wow, aren't you a racist? Okay, so some of them are going to Nabudis, some of them are going to the highways, some of them are going to Surrey Step. Why don't they all get together for this one tiny gate and then they're going to split up for Nabudis? I don't think these Moogles have their priorities straight. No, the game rendering resolution is the same. Like, all your butt-ugly pixelations are present on my screen as well. Well, I don't know what the exact stream resolution is, because Twitch.
It would seem we made the right choice. If we'd taken the easy way and come by airship, one of those patrols would no doubt have been quick to roll out the red carpet. We're on the Empire's doorstep now, so we shouldn't have to worry quite so much. But that's no excuse to get sloppy. It is still a long road to the capital.
You'll keep off, yeah. You think we're going to the capital straight away? Oh, goodness no. Our first objective is to find Gate Crystal. This isn't quite the same, but we'll make a save anyway. Dumb things do happen. We're going to teleport back to the highways, do Exodus, get the Sagittarius, teleport forward again to... Anyway, we're heading to the Hunter's Camp, is the point. I know this guy's voice. Bolthia has the most delicious voice. Sadly, they don't have like in-game voice lines that they iterate a lot. Mandragora. Did I have a flame tongue somewhere? Alright, flame tongue in front. The burning bow is not the strongest bow. It's power 63, this one is 87. But it's 50% more powerful when used with fiery arrows, so it actually comes out slightly better, I think. Again, note the sort of minimalist design on the flame tongue sword. It doesn't have like a fire particle effect or anything. I'm pretty sure the technology was there. I could be wrong, it could be that they just didn't have the Hydrolisk. Oh, and these guys are fire elemental? Or, wait, no. Ice goes with lightning, doesn't it? So they're lightning elemental. Well, fine, let's just cut everything down with massive non-elemental damage, or earth damage or something. Where's the Fallout gone? Oh my god. Do we really need games with higher poly counts than this? Well, it's a good question. Personally, I appreciate, really pretty games. But a lot of prettiness does come from aesthetic rather than pure graphical capability, doesn't it? Mud shot for earth damage, or stone shot for slightly more damage. That said, there are some aesthetics that you can only do with a reasonably high level of graphics, also, I think. Like, a lot of this game goes for a sort of fancy aesthetic, like you see all the details on the shield, or maybe you don't, I don't know. All the attempted details on the shield, anyway. It's most notable in the use of words in the game, does all these sort of pointlessly obscure pieces of English. And one assumes the same in Moonrunes, and I'm informed that it's at least similar in German. Ah, more humanoids. I never did find the last Seek enemies, so I haven't finished their story. I should maybe explain that a little. In the Bestiary, that's a cool spell. In the Bestiary, most monsters will have a first page describing the monster and a second page describing either the area where the monster is found or one of the monster's rare monograph drops. But humanoid enemies get like 6 pages instead, you unlock one at a time, and they all have really cool stories. The detail of the polys and textures game is actually much higher than we've seen at the PS2's rendering res. The game does genuinely look good when simply rendered at 720p or 1080p. That's interesting. I'll have to have another play around with the graphics and see if I can get PCSX2 to do anything interesting. It probably won't surprise you to learn that I am goddamn lost again. I'm pretty sure the Hunter's Camp is through here, right? It has buildings and stuff. Ten looks good at 720p, but the jump to 1080 is a bit pointless. Alright. Nope, still no hunting camp. Alright, let's go for a magic build, see if I can get it to work. Are you really not licensed for the skull cap? Get it together, guys. Is there a metaphysical explanation for these dotted lines? No. It's just so that the game can have stuff, basically. I suppose there might be in some places an actual explanation, but it would be pretty rare. Like, there's gates and stuff in some places, but usually it's just a gaming abstraction. So that's 7 magic power, and that's 9 magic power. We'll use by that then. What? What is this nonsense? Gotta get you some magic, girl. Well, at least we have Serenity. Vaughn can have the quick blade build. Vaughn can't have the quick blade build. Fran can have the quick blade build. Fran can't have the quick blade build. Well, Paul, I can smell in my room as the leftover gravy on my plate that I didn't take to wash up yet. I'm not convinced I would contextualize that as a nice smell. Although I'm perfectly fond of gravy as a foodstuff. So is the Hunter's Camp back over there? I feel like I'm missing some considerable amount of region map. Leave the poor beastie alone, Van. Lol, status buffering. Yeah. It's probably the simplest cheap mechanic in this game, is since your buffs aren't just until the end of the one random encounter, you may as well just carry around dozens of the things. A bent staff. Well, they say a wizard's staff has a knob at the end. I guess that's not really relevant here, is it? Is it through there? Here we go. Out of the instance area into a city area. You get a cutscene and everything. Now the trophy game aren't available until after Arcades, which is why we're rushing through today's session in the hopes of... I'm too...
Why the capital?
The Nethicite. I must destroy it.
Are you sure? You don't want it for yourself? Use its power to restore Dalmasca? Something like that? The best intentions invite the worst kind of trouble.
Lusting for ever greater power. Blinded by the Nethicite. Is that how you see me?
That does sound like someone I know. He was obsessed with Nethicite. It was all he cared about.
Come over here.
He'd babble nonsense, blind to aught but the stone's power.
Like I said,
He'd talk about some Enna, or was it Venna?
except for you.
No matter.
Thank you.
Everything he did to get closer to the Nethicite, to understand it. He made airships, weapons. He even made me a judge.
You
Wait.
were a judge?
I forgot that completely. Plot development. He was a judge.
The past I'd rather forget. It didn't last long. I ran. I left the judges and him. Sidolphus Demon Bonanza. Draculaur Laboratories' very own Dr. Sid. That's when he lost his heart to Nethicite. Lost himself. And I suppose that's when I lost my father. Don't follow in his footsteps. I ran away. I couldn't stand seeing him like that, a slave to the stone. So I ran. Free at last. Funny I went for the Dusk Shard. How could I have known that it was Nethicite? And then, of course, I met you. All that running, and I got nowhere. It's time to end this. Cut my ties to the past.
It's hard to leave the past behind. I know.
marriage of convenience, symbol of the alliance between Nebradia and Dalmasca. This is how they see our match.
They do they?
These roles we play. I must admit, I find it wearying.
I will play mine.
I would have no other.
Gah! If you do know how to fix this flickering, tell me. I don't think anyone does, though. I think it's just a mystery of the ages. And it's only during pre-renders.
The choice is yours to make. But don't give your heart to a stone. You're too strong for that, princess.
I pray you're right, Balthier.
What did I say? If you know, like during pre-rendered cutscenes, the image flickers to black very briefly, sometimes. Shady bongers, eh? You're a bit wet behind the ears. Looking for sharp-tongued birds of prey here, son, not spring chickens. Run along now. Yeah, well, fuck you too. You're awful young looking to be a hunter. Right, you're just travelling, maybe. Might learn something, you never know. Alright, what can we buy here? Another good pole. That actually... No, it's still not as good as the bomb launcher we have already. I guess we ought to get a ninja sword, but... no, we'll save our cash. Cleanse, the only magic way to remove disease. You can't do it with Esuna. We do want one of those, actually. And... kind of junk, really. Why buy cures from this girl when all it takes is a good knock to the head to make all that ails me go away, right? Some ailments don't just go away. A blind man goes down and comes back up as blind as he went. You need an item to purge that lot. Something, something, something told me when elementals come out. Anyway. Let's see if we can go take on FFXII. Am I using hardware rendering mode? I believe... Alright, let's have a look. Enjoy the QT for a second. Yeah, hardware renderer, Direct 3D9. Let's try Direct 3D11 software renderer. While we're there. Config. Well, we'll see if it changes anything. Ah, okay. It makes the game laggy as fuck. Let's not do that. Yeah. Behold! Water has returned to the parched shrines. I still don't know how the flow came back, but this clears up a few mysteries. I will listen to your theory. Previously, I believed these shrines were a sort of artificial spring meant to deliver water to the fountain. How wrong I was. How wrong you were. In fact, when water is flowing to the shrines, touching a shrine just so causes the temperature of the water to rise quite dramatically. The steam from this, that's what lifts up the floatweed around the shrines, floating up like balloons, floating on the air itself. It's a characteristic of the floatweed that makes it react to the steam so. In fact, I believe the shrines were made for no other purpose. With me so far, I'm with you. Allow me to continue. Ask, for what purpose might we want to float floatweed? Floatweed is a sturdy sort of shrub, and floating several people can stand on it quite securely. Now, a book I read back in Arcadia said that floatweed was something that was used to bridge gaps between rocks and such mountain paths. I think that here in Mospora, someone attempted to do the very same thing. Fascinating, don't you think? In documents on the Mospora Highway, one helped me here's a place called, the name translates to Wind-Blowing Worm God Path. I always wondered what it meant, and now I think it means the path made of floatweed, and at the end of the path of the gods, heaven. In other words, this was all my way to make a path decide. That's my theory, at least. So you followed all of that? Did you guys follow all of that? I hope you followed all of that. I shall get to the bottom of this, and then to the top. When the water started flowing from the shrine, I was quite surprised. A road leading to a hidden place. Okay. Basically... Right. So that apparently did something over there. But I don't think I can get over there just yet, so we may have to find some other shrines. Let's not get into a long fight with the fire elemental just yet. Oh, alright, go for it. Oh, it's fucking immune to everything. Bugger that for a game of soldiers. See, I don't know exactly what options are available either, but I'm thinking more in terms of shrines and floatweed. Right, so there's an exclamation mark there, which indicates that that's the place we want to go to. God damn, daggers are so quick. Magic is good too. Aha! We can walk along that path. Oh, the Grey Malta. That guy's... Hang on, doesn't he have, Serpentine as a rare steel? If we can get a Serpentine here, that would be absolutely incredible. Oh, just an Ares gem. Never mind. You were wearing the Hermes saddles before, weren't you? Yeah. Looks like the path runs out here. Does this not at least tell us which shrine we're supposed to poke in order to continue? Or maybe I'm just going completely the wrong way again. Maybe you can just have any number of shrines running at the same time, and I should just poke all of them. Like, I'm sure there's a shrine over here that's guarded by a couple of golems. Clay golems. But I don't know if it's a shrine with water that you can poke, or if it's just a decorative shrine, I guess. Alright, so that gave us a way through there. Possibly two? Whether we're actually accomplishing anything with all this remains unclear. go up here. Ah, I see, you do need both of those, otherwise this route isn't actually open. And this route takes us possibly nowhere. Yeah, actually nowhere. We need more weeds. Even then, aren't we just going to end up on this path that we were on before? That said, we'll have a slightly easier way of getting to it, so... Ah, yes. So that deactivated one of the shrines we had active previously. So now we can go up here, along here, through there, but we could already go through there. And we can't then proceed, was the problem. We couldn't proceed to this area. So once we can get to this area, you can unlock a shortcut that takes us directly from here to here again. So I'm thinking we actually want the one that just switched off to be on. And then another one. But there isn't one over here, so there's that one, but we can't reach that one. There's a big old rock in the way. If I were to push it from the other side... No, we can't get to the other side. So what's the way to there? Pretty sure it has to be from there, but there isn't a... Is that really the right way? No. Yeah, so I can head from here through to there, which is useless. Yeah, because this is where the snake showed up. And we still can't proceed from here. Unless... wait. Wait a second. Oh, I get it. It's like I've played video games before. Okay, we need to switch the shrines back to the configuration we had them in a minute ago. Can I just switch this one off? Yeah, that's convenient. No, we did that wrong. I think we want... Ah, right, yeah, we need to switch that one off and this one on, rather than the other way around. Okay, we're making progress. The second two Kiras hit for more because Pinot healed herself to full HP first and switched on the Serenity effect, which gives you additional magic. Aha, now we can enter the tall grass without being afraid of wild Pokemon. But we can't get up to the peak just yet. We still need to float some more plants. Guess chocobos don't jump, huh? That's okay, we can now open the reverse door. %100% safe. Alright, that's one. So we need at least two. I think the other one's just that one. No? Maybe I'm just doing it wrong. maybe it's this one. Yeah, I think it's this one. Alright, that should be enough. The way is open. Right, let's start off by abusing Reflect, because I find that amusing. Oh, that was the shrine. Alright, first we cut our way a path to the peak. Alright, so we don't want to head up just yet. Let's do the re-equip last. Yeah, I think Bio is just better. Actually, it might be immune to all elements, except non-elemental. It is actually immune to non-elemental as well. This was a huge waste of time. Right. Well, if this works, it'll be a very quick fight, and if not, we're all gonna die. No, don't cast that. Oh, it doesn't actually cast if you don't have any enemies in range, does it? That's convenient. This is probably the easiest guy to guess. He is riding a giant set of scales. This one is Libra. Oh, items are locked, eh? Fran, why are you attacking with your shitty staff? Right, so each bio gets reflected 3 times. The only downside is I have literally no way to heal, because items are locked and I have Reflect on. Also, sometimes he does that. So, Unleash. Begins casting Scathe. Try not to all be standing in a line. Never mind. Oh man, Scathe gets you good. Alright. Back to the more sort of standard. First off, let's have a go and see if we can get a high Arcana. Everyone wears the hat, Barsh. Everyone wears the hat. I guess I might just want to go Zodiac Spear Berserk if things get bad. So... probably Bubble Belt. Man, this guy's just getting taken to pieces. Well, as you can see, I'm destroying this guy. You missed the part where I abused Reflect. Immune to physical damage? I forgot there was a reason I was abusing Reflect. Oh shit. Okay, so he's immune to physical damage right now, which means I'm just going to have to wait it out until either he kills this whole party and I can switch in the Reflect Abuse team again, or his Paling falls and I can start dealing damage. Maybe, I don't know if any techniques actually go through. I don't have any offensive techniques, doesn't matter. I don't believe techniques do anything except physical damage, so you should just be immune. Yeah. Man, Bosch just sits there and takes it. Oh, actually stopped. Zeramus is actually terrible, but it might be worth it. Right, so the way Zeramus works is his attacks deal damage equal to the difference between his current HP and his max HP multiplied by some constant factor. This is retarded, you might say. True. But then consider that the actual cap on his damage is effectively nearly 50,000 for his ultimate. Yeah, he just hit for 11,000. So, you know, on the one hand, Zeramus constantly kills himself. On the other hand, when he works, he hits like a truck. This is a good symbol. Yeah, very reminiscent of the Libra symbol, as well as containing sort of aspects of the Espos design. 10 out of 10. Exodus the Judge Sal. The heck is the Judge Sal? Pretty clear on what judges are by this point, but... Oh yeah, Zeramus hangs around as well. Sup, bro? We're done. Why do I only have 3 of those? Oh well. Anyway, the important part is that with Exodus defeated, the Empyrean seat location is unlocked. And now when you come back here, a dragon spawns, who has an item we need, has a 10% drop. So, that was the cool boss fight. Hope you enjoyed the grinding. We'll be back to the beach once we've made the Sagittarius. And of course we'll blitz through the beach in order to get the... I still really like the dragon designs in this game, with the sort of binding ring around the neck that all the bestiary stuff contains powerful sealing magics. What? Where is he absorbing something? He is. He's absorbing wind elements. What a douchebag. Ringworm scale, but no moon ring. Don't give a fuck about these scrubs. I guess if they all get together, it might be worth wiping them out. But this last one just doesn't want to join the crowd. Guys, come on. There we go. Can this guy use the Artemis bow and arrows? No, I guess not, since I scrolled past it without even noticing it. No. Alright, we'll have Boltier do it. The irony is, of course, that we're going to be replacing our lovely Artemis bow with the undeniably worse looking Sagittarius. Also, there's no way to chain the Ashwa. It's impossible, because you have to step into this town area where you lose your chain. Really irritating. Doesn't matter, of course, because it's a 10% monograph drop. Still. Why is Zeramus Cancer? He has a claw, he has a tail. He looks more like Scorpio, but then Kakalen is Scorpio despite having neither of those things. Huh. How do you respawn the worm then? Yeah, that's 2 zones away, so why doesn't the worm come back? What is this bullshit? Does the worm count as rare game or something, and you can only respawn it by completely leaving the high waste? So this has got to be the most tedious item to farm in the entire game. Apart from tomorrow's special episode of the Tournesol, of course. I mean, I know town areas count as a zone because I've run through the Estersand outpost to respawn the Wild Saurian that one time. Oh, hey. Learned man came up here. How crude. If you must fight, can you fight elsewhere? Oh, okay. So I guess he won't talk to you if I'm in the middle of a fight. That's cool. I read about the shrines here in a library back in Arcades and thought to climb this mountain worshipped for so long by our ancestors. He's standing right on the edge. Brave man. Still no ashworm. What the fuck happened to it? Well, alright, I guess the only way to farm the moon ring is to reload the game until you get one and then save and reload and repeat. You think you're going to get dressed and go shopping? I would recommend doing that at some point, yes. Okay, we're about halfway through the time. We've opened the Fon Coast, we've got Exodus. We need to get Sagittarius, open the Sarabi Step, get the Ultima Blade, and complete Arcades. I'm not sure this is possible. Oh well. At the very least we can get the Ultima Blade and be ready for Arcades. Your feet smell of cheese. Thanks for that. Clan rank Paragon of Justice, eh? There's like a whole bunch of sort of soap opera dramas going on in the Monster High Waste in the various times that you pass through it. But, what's in the box? What's in the box? Nothing. Okay. Yeah. Alright, let's cut this guy down if we don't get anything reload. I don't think those gammas are set up correctly. Wolfie should be stealing. He has the thief's cuffs. Bar should just be beating people to death. What did we get? A Koga Blade. Well, alright, if that's good, we'll stick with that, because that's probably even rarer than the Power 67 Ninja Sword. I don't actually have any other Ninja Swords. And this would be my only weapon that inflicts dark damage. Yeah, alright, we'll go and resave. It's not what we came for, but I think it's actually harder to get, so... That will be Vaughn's first Esper. Anyway, this guy needs the gun, wasn't it? Yeah, it's out here somewhere. There we are, pop it out. Yeah, overkill. Definitely overkill. Settling in for the long haul. We only need 2 moon rings, but that's 2 10% chances. You can only ever get 1 at once, so... Good steal, but... Ringworm scale, Arcana. Such is the price of Munchkinry. Give me your magic ring. One has to admit, it's a damn fine view from up here. Oh, which I mean, a quite nice skybox. But you know. Well, I'll feel stupid if this is true, but I think I should just check that I do have the Dragoon's monograph. I'm pretty sure I do. Also, I have to wonder why they... like... I mean, I'm not mounted on anything. Can I really call myself a Dragoon? I guess. But... yeah, there it is. Dragons and plants. And if that thing doesn't count as a dragon, well, don't know what the fuck does. Oh, this is... Yeah, Arcana should be a 12% chance, and Moonring should be a 10% chance. But I've got like 5 Arcanas and 0 Moonrings. Something ridiculous. I'm telling you, this is some next level horse cock going on right here. Still, you know, I could wait and get the Sagittarius later like a normal person, and that's not what I want to do, so... Okay, just the ringworm scale. Fine. Oh, you would have really killed them to make it so that you can just respawn this guy by zoning. Loading the game over and over is so tiresome. Ah, ah. Father and Jesus, who art in heaven, hallowed be this game. Yes! 1 of 2! Alright, resave the game, reload the game, repeat. Celebratory vulture murdering first. I already have all the other items for the bow. You can get them all from the high-waisted fact, I think. Well, I'm not sure about the Sagittarius gem. I suppose it's worth noting that I say 1 of 2 moon rings. You get 1 for doing a hunt earlier in the game. You need 3 total. If you sold the first moon ring, I don't think it gets turned into anything else, so it'll still be there. You can just sell 2 extra, but it might be worth going for a 3rd just to be safe. Yield another moon ring and I will be very happy indeed. Well, life is hard.